Hello everyone, Yvonne Marie here and welcome to the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel. So we are going to make a card today with these cute skunks and it's called Skunk's Happy Day, and aren't they so cute, and they do look really happy, which I love. We are also going to be using some rectangle dies, which are the Sprinkles Scallops rectangle die set, and I'm also just using some white hammermill cardstock, and I stamped and heat embossed these two skunks, and I'm just coloring them in simply with my warm gray markers. And I am just going to color the one on camera, I believe. I think I just add a few details for the second skunk, but they're really easy, I think, because they're mostly gray. And this top one that I'm coloring, he doesn't have anything like the balloon and the present to color for you to color, and it would even be cute if you didn't color it and you just left it for your recipient. Like you could do a pocket card and have them color it and make their own card. I think that's cute also for children. So I am just going to be finishing up coloring, and I do have my markers up there on the screen, but I will have them in the description down below in case you are interested. I have been using my Copic marker chart lately, except for the gray markers. I don't really look at that part of the chart, but I have been looking at the other colors, and some of my Copics need new tips and are dry, so I don't have that many to choose from. I should restock and do all of that good stuff for them. So just finishing up, and I believe I'm just using my W4 marker here, and then I'm going to leave his tummy and his tail with the lightest W marker, I think. Well, not lightest, but WO marker, I believe. So really cute. I love their expressions, and I am just going to be using some pattern paper for this card as well. So it will be called Starring Hearts, and it's a 6x6 paper pad, and I have used it before. It's I believe more like a Valentine paper pad, but there is some great black patterns in that paper pack. So I love using other paper packs and using them all year round. So next I am going to be coloring in his mouth and tongue, and sometimes I'm not really sure how red to get his mouth and his tongue, but I did go with my R20 and R32, R08 and R05 for those. And I am going to use my brother's scan and cut to cut these skunks out today. I moved it so it's more convenient. It's plugged in, ready for me, and I think they look cute with that white border. And so I finished coloring the one skunk, and here is the second skunk. I'm just coloring in his present, and I made a shirt blue. And I looked up those two blue markers with my chart. So it's really pretty color combo. And I like that for ideas of colors that I probably wouldn't put together. And so just coloring in the white ribbon. So super cute. And I'm going to grab my pattern paper, and I have a lot of scrap papers in there, pieces that I've used. So let me get some fresh new sheets here, and I like all those black and white ones So that one's a fun one, and I really like that one too. But I am going to use a different one. So I'm going to use this paper here that I have in my hand. And I'm also going to use a different black and white, that one, yes. So I wanted to use all three, but I didn't use all three. Like I said, they're so great from that paper. I even like that yellow, it's really fun. So I'm going to use 2 rectangle dies from this set, and I was trying to figure out their placement, and now I'm going to die cut them out, and I'm looking at the sentiments as well, and I'm going to go with Oh Happy Day. So I have my card base there. I went with the black card base, and this is an A2 card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm just going to stamp a sentiment. I'm really happy with this stamp block I got at my dollar store, and I think it's great because it's thin, so it's a little easier for me to hold, and you can't beat $1.25. So so if you go to your dollar store, look at their stamp blocks. So I'm just using my paper trimmer, and I'm just going to cut that sentiment to fit my card a little bit better. I'm also going to add another sentiment because I felt like my card was missing something. I kind of wanted some stars because there's some stars on that background, but I wasn't sure if I own any stars from Whimsy stamps, so I didn't add any. So I'm just doing a fishtail banner, really simple with my scissors, and I will be adding that sentiment, but like I said, I needed another sentiment, so let me glue this pattern paper to my card base. I'm using my bone folder because I don't want any air, so I want it to stick really well. I'm going to go with this diagonal rectangle, and everything's pretty much with liquid glue except for one sentiment that I will pop up with a foam, or with foam tape, I believe. And so really simple and cute. And there's my other sentiment that says, "There's cake, right?" Because it feels like that's what he would say. And I always love parties with cake. They're so much more fun. And so it is a happy day when there is cake. And I had some cake yesterday and possibly some chocolate cake again today. So yay, I love cake. And so you don't really need a party for cake, but these two guys are going to a party. And so a cute skunk party. And that is it. I'm going to add some white gel pen accents, and I'm going to add some glossy accents for the balloon and their noses and their mouths. So I think that's another fun thing to add to your card. Glitter last time, and this time is, or not glitter last time. I did add glitter a couple cards ago, maybe. And this one is glossy accents, and I'll let it dry, and hopefully without messing it up, and I'll just share a close-up. So thank you for joining me today. I had so much fun, and I'll be back soon with another card tutorial.